takes all Metallica rolls on. With their recent album, HardWired Self-Destruct. We all remember when Metallica was HardWired Self-Destruct. We all remember back then when 2011 was Metallica's last album, Magnetic, and I remember the day when Metallica was first putting out HardWired Self-Destruct, because this is their 10th album. It was their first studio album in 8 years, followed that with their record, the longest gap between two studio albums in the band's career. James Hetfield said on record that he's let the fans down in that amount of time since Metallica's last put out an album. And you don't really wondering why, because the band itself, you gotta look at Metallica's history. Ever since their very first debut album, it was kind of like they were just off the races as they went. But as years gone by, the band Metallica has really gotten, every album that they have put out was always, since their debut album to up until Voodoo that they did Lou Reed, they kind of hit a snag, and then what was their last album, 2011, Magnetic, kind of like a follow-up to Death Magnetic. But when HardWired Self-Destruct came out, we as fans, we were kind of like waiting patiently for this when Metallica put on a new album, because it's been like 8 years. 8 years. It's like, say you take Faith No More, for example, who hasn't really put a brand new album in a long time, and most recently Faith No More has put out their recent album. Most people why actually put Metallica and Faith No More in the same breath, because those two bands, take Faith No More for example, their recent album came out last year, and it's been their first album, God knows, since a decade. But when you look at Metallica's HardWired Self-Destruct, this is their first album in over 8 years. I know what you're thinking. I already have reviewed this album a while back, but it's kind of like to refresh your memory, kind of like you listen to it again, it's kind of like, oh, okay. Because, I do remember first getting their Metallica's recent album, HardWired Self-Destruct, and I was just head over heels. And this was like way before the album was being released, because they had released all the singles from the album online way before the album was released. I was just like, oh shit. First hearing HardWired off the album, I was just like, holy shit, this is like a throwback to like Ride the Lightning and Killing Them All. It's kind of like the band Metallica itself. It felt like when they were doing HardWired Self-Destruct, my initial reaction was kind of like, is this album going to be a hit or miss, or is it going to sink? Most definitely this album is a hit. You listen to HardWired, it kind of takes you back to Metallica of the old, with like Killing Them All and Ride the Lightning. It felt like the band kind of like to reinvent themselves when they're doing HardWired Self-Destruct, because the band itself, this album was a lot of twists and turns, and this was definitely the first studio not to feature Simon Cripps and lead guitarist Kirk Hammett. Because if you guys did not know, Kirk Hammett, guitarist Metallica, Funny story. Yeah, he said that he lost his phone that contained at least over 1,000 riffs or even more, and Kirk Hammett was kind of like, well, it's time I guess to go back to the drawing board. But at least James and Lars had so many riffs that they had pulled out of their bag of tricks. But this album was also produced by Greg Phillips, who engineered and mixed that to connect the album with Metallica 6, doing the debut at number 1. My initial thought of the album itself, because if you look at the album, the cover art, and most people will say it's very similar compared to Crowbar's one of their albums, but the cover art itself, you guys can see, it looks like bang on in a white background with, I don't know how to describe how whoever came up with the cover art of every, like, the guy's faces of Metallica kind of rounded to one, kind of like a sculpture. But when this album was putting out Review Classic Rock back in 2012, Soldier said regarding we're doing that, certainly sounds like the continuation of Death Metal. He said, I love recording, we all love Rick. We're in touch with content, we'll see where it goes. It extended to me that it came out in 2013. Basically, this album became a tour called Metallica by request, in which fans requested songs from time before. And this song titled Lord of Summer, which is usually off the HardWired Self-Destruct bonus disc. And yes, it was last year Metallica during their night before show prior to Super Bowl. And James Hetfield said that the band was nearing the end of the recording process, and obviously the album will be released soon. The one big thing when I listened to like every track from HardWired up until Spill Out the Bone, most of these tracks, I loved everything from HardWired to Halo and Fire. They were all they really knocked it out of the park. The one track that really didn't sit with me was Man Unkind. And when I first heard the first time around, because I know I've already reviewed this album a while back, when I first heard Man Unkind by Metallica, it was kind of like, what kind of track is this? Because the song itself, it doesn't sound Metallica-ish. It sounds like a track itself, and I mean no disrespect to the band Metallica, it sounds like this track could have been used for the album Lulu. That was my initial thought, because the song itself, I thought they were going to rock it up a little bit harder, but I was just like, are you kidding me? When I heard the track Murder One, I thought, perfect song as a tribute to Lemmy Kilmister of Motorhead, because if it wasn't for Lemmy, there would have been no Metallica. But I was very pleased how well the track was really done. The one track and the video itself that really kind of blew me away was Moss into Flame. And the way that the video itself and the song was really laid out perfectly. It was like watching a throwback mix between Korn's 1 and a classic from Metallica's 1 and a mix of Korn Falling Away From Me. Certainly, I was just like Moss in the Flame by Metallica, and they had the video itself, if you guys have not seen the music video, Boston Flame by Metallica, definitely you guys need to check it out and crank it up. Because the song itself, it's like they just totally just knocked it out of the park. I mean, the vocals from HardWired to Hail on Fire, I mean, you can hear James Hetfield's vocals. They're like, you can hear them. They were like up to par. Spill the Bone, I was just like, I mean, if you look at the album itself, it was given Metacritic rating something around 100. All music, 405, 80 Club, gave it a C. Chicago Tribune 2 out of 4, Classic Rock 3 out of 4, Burning 4 out of 5, Anime 4 out of 5, Pop Matters 8 out of 10, Daily Telegraph 2 out of 5, Rolling Stone 4 out of 5, Sputnik Music 3.5 out of 5, Kareem gave it a 5-star rating. The bonuses that's included once you get like the deluxe edition. I mean, this one, it has like live versions of classic Metallica, like Hit the Lights, The Four Horsemen, Ride the Lightning, Fade to Black, Jump into Fire, When the Bell Tolls from Ride the Lightning album, and most apparently their new single off the album, Lord Summer. And also a melody of the late great Brian James Dio, or Dio, Ronnie Rising, melody Lightning the Black, Tarot Woman, Stargazer, Dilly King, melody of Rainbow Covers. And we also did a Deep Purple cover with Blame Cries. So basically, and they also did a Diamond Head cover, Helpless, and Iron Maiden's Remember Tomorrow. So basically, when Metallica released HardWired Self-Destruct, they really went from here. I mean, they started from here, and they went straight to the top. Every track that they had put out was kind of like Team HardWired, Team Atlas Rise, Team Lava Dead, Team Moth in the Flame. Up until Mankind, it was kind of like that was a miss. I mean, like I said,